Tool Lots. Reliable equipment. Fast.
Hi, my name is Kyle LaRue and I'm with Tool Lots, and today we're going to be troubleshooting the FMJ1600E worm series. Some common issues with this machine are no control of the rotation of the rollers, no speed control for the rollers, no heat on the heated rollers, and an improper temperature display. So some of the tools that you're going to need for this are a box for your screws and nuts, a number 4 Allen, a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and a wire stripper. So now that we have our tools together, let's go ahead and open up the first electrical cabinet. So you're going to start by removing the 2 Allen bolts, one on each side. Once you have your 2 Allens removed, there's a little push swivel handle here. You can push down and then open up the back of the cabinet. So now let's talk about some of the components of the machine. We have the 110 volt breaker system. We have the 24 volt power supply. We have relay 1 and relay 2. Relay 1 is for the speed control. Relay 2 is for the direction control. We have a phase and voltage supply for the temperature sensor. We have a solid state relay for the heating element. We have a speed controller to control the speed and rotation of the rollers themselves. A capacitor for the motor here. So some common issues that arise, we'll start with the power supply. So if the display on the front is showing nothing, you're going to want to open this up, come back here, and if the power supply is operating properly, there will be a green LED lit up on the inside. If the power supply is bad or there's a fault, there will be a red LED lit up. So moving on to the relays. When the relays are functioning properly, there will be a red LED in both of them. So during rotation, the LED will be lit up, and during direction control, if you're changing the direction on the front side of the panel, the LED will be lit up as well. So if you open this up and try and change the direction or change the speed and see no red LED on either of these relays, that's an indicator that we need to go ahead and replace these. The solid state relay is for the heating element. So if you're getting no heat from your heated rollers, you need to come back here, adjust your temperature on the LCD display, and if you see no red LED, you need to replace the solid state relay. During shipment, it's common for these speed controllers to wiggle loose. So if the rollers are spinning but it's not adjustable, you need to come back here and ensure that the speed controller is in fact fully compressed and making its contacts. So now that we've gone over some of the basic troubleshooting on the back side, let's go ahead and open up the second electrical cabinet. So to give you an idea of when there might be some troubleshooting issues on the display side, you have your speed controller knob. So if rotating the speed controller knob has no effect, we need to check the speed controller in the back. If your heating element, if you're receiving no heat, we'll need to check the heater components in the back. If you have the directional change is not working, we need to go back and check our relay in the back. And this entire panel, as stated before, is controlled by the 24 volt DC power supply. So let's go ahead and grab our flathead screwdriver, and we need to remove 2 bolts or 2 screws on this side of the machine. So here we just have the bolt and washer. So once we have those 2 removed, we need to remove all of the Phillips head screwdriver or screws. Make sure to keep track of all your nuts and bolts. Keep them in a box. So now that we have those 2 flathead screws removed, we're going to go ahead and use our Phillips screwdriver and remove all of the Phillips head screws. So once you've removed your 2 screws on the front side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 Phillips screws to remove. Okay, once your screws are removed, you should be able to remove your panel. So once you have all of your screws removed, you should be able to pull off the cover and expose the electrical components. So when you remove this panel, be sure to have a helping hand hold the panel in place so that you don't yank out any of the wiring here that goes to the PCB board. So one of the main components you want to look at is your temperature sensor, which is right here and connects at this point. You want to make sure this connection is fully in contact. It could rattle loose during shipment. Here is your heating element connection, which goes back to your solid state relay. You have your worm reducer, which raises and lowers the 2 heated rollers. So if you're having any issues with the lifting or lowering, this is going to be your troubleshooting area here. You also have your IR emitter, and this can easily rattle loose during shipment. So you need to ensure that the nut on the other side here is properly tightened and in alignment with the receiver on the other side, which we will show you a close-up in a few seconds. So if all of your connections are correct on the PCB board and all of your electrical components in the back cabinet are functioning, then it's likely that you'll have to replace the entire PCB board.